I really just wanted to quickly talk about more the eating disorder side of it. Obviously, COVID, if one were to get COVID or really any other virus, it's really important to stay hydrated, so obviously tea, water, broth, tons of broth, things like that, because that's going to be really, really important in helping us make us feel well. But in terms of eating disorder, I just kind of wanted to talk about, unfortunately, how it may seem difficult to get to that point, but how actually easy it is to get to that point, and how it really does become a slippery slope, and why it's really important to make sure we don't take any whole food groups out of our diet. So there obviously are allergies and there are food intolerances that are real. And those are things that we need to investigate. And we can't just say, oh, I'm not feeling well after this, I'm going to take, an entire food group out of my diet. I think it's really, really important to make sure that we work with a dietitian. We work with our doctor to really make sure, if we do have any sort of symptoms that come up, to work with a professional to help us figure out if it's a food that's causing that and what that food is. And instead of doing it on our own and taking out food groups on our own, because at some point we become afraid to really eat anything. That also, is in terms of weight loss in general, right? Not only talking about food intolerances and insensitivities, but also wanting to lose weight and slowly taking out food groups and taking out whole food groups. And before we know it, we're on a very, very, very restricted diet. And that can very, very slowly cause this fear of eating, even, having a small bite of dessert that can cause this fear and this guilt of, oh my gosh, I just ate something I shouldn't. And that's all really disordered eating. So there's obviously, even if it's not technically fall under the DSM, which is the book of psychology that, different disorders fall under, but even if it doesn't technically fall under an eating disorder, we can quickly get to a point of disordered eating. If we do have any reason to take out food, we're working with a professional. We're not doing it on our own, so that we don't get to a point of disordered eating.